you kind of just answered it, but do you think we could write a better script than Chris Stuckman?
Right, yes. Yeah. Directed, no.
Probably not. Maybe not. But
I truly believe this is gonna be like, I've never been this confident in my entire life. I definitely could write a better script than this. I'm sorry.
Shelby Oaks? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Very sorry.
Hello, and welcome back to the spoilerCast, the show where we talk about movies, and we don't care about spoiling them. My name is Tobias, and with me as always is my sister and trusted co-host, Rebecca.
Hello!
Hello! And in this episode, prepare to get Stuckmanized, because we're gonna talk about the latest horror movie sensation. It's Shelby Oaks. A woman's desperate search for her long-lost sister falls into obsession upon realizing that the imaginary demon from their childhood may have been real. Yes! It's the long-awaited Shelby Oaks!
Yeah!
From noted YouTuber and film lover Chris Stuckman. Directed by Chris Stuckman, written by Chris Stuckman and Sam Liss. Starring Sarah Dern, Mason Hedger. Why is he the first one? What's her name? Camille Sullivan, Brendan Sexton III, and Michael Beach, among others. So obviously we were gonna have to do this one, and I was looking forward to it. I don't know how well versed you are in Chris Stuckman lore.
I'm not. I've heard him talk about Shelby Oaks for like a year. It feels like.
Yeah, I think he's been talking about it longer, but yeah, sure.
Probably, but like mentioned every now and then in random reviews for some reason.
Yeah.
And then it popped up on what was her name? The girl who was in the fucking movie, Spooky Astronaut. Because she did a like quick review run through of what she saw at a film festival, and that was one of them, of course. So I've heard of it, but I'm not like, I don't know. I've seen a few of his reviews. That's about it.
Oh, okay. So you haven't watched him for years or whatever.
No, sporadic, random reviews when I can find someone else.
Okay. Yeah. I used to be not a big fan, but I watched him like. If you wanted, maybe not the most like in-depth take, but if you wanted like quality film, review, not analysis, film review.
Yes.
And you wanted like decently produced, and not by some meandering guy in his bedroom shooting for a 10-minute one take. You know, you watched Chris Stuckman or you watched Jeremy Jahns.
Yeah.
I mean, those are the two biggest ones. And in the beginning, like many years ago, I thought like, Chris Stuckman seems to be more serious about movies, and that Jeremy Jahns guy seems a little more like wacky. Whoa, it's more like I like movies. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I gotta say, in the last, because I don't really watch Chris Stuckman anymore. I just fell out of like interest with his reviews, especially since, which we'll get to later, when he's like basically stopped criticizing movies, and also focused more on making this movie. And then it was like, well, if I don't want to watch a Red Letter Media video that is 45 minutes about a movie, I just want like a quick take to see what someone thinks about it. I've been watching Jeremy Jahns instead. I gotta say, Jeremy Jahns is pretty good at reviewing movies.
He is.
Yeah, he just has
I've always preferred him.
He has this YouTuber energy, which I didn't like back in the day, but now I appreciate it. I'm watching more of him. I've been aware of Shelby Oaks for a long time, because I think he's been talking about it, like, oh, I want to make a movie. I've been writing a movie for like a few years.
Sure.
So it was interesting to see it. And I mean, it's the second, which also something we need to discuss. This is the second YouTuber movie we've seen this year, especially horror movies. Bring her back?
Oh, right. It's like, I don't count them as YouTubers anymore.
No, exactly. We need to talk about that.
True.
But, so that's, a little bit of backstory about our relationship, quote-unquote, to Chris Stuckman. So let's talk about the movie instead. Let's treat this as what it is. Not a YouTube video. It's a movie. So what did you think of Shelby Oaks?
I thought it felt like a YouTube video.
Oh, okay.
Kinda. A little bit. Parts of it felt very YouTube-esque.
You call my take passive-aggressive. Anyway. Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna be shy about it. I didn't like this movie that much.
Really?
No. I thought it was... the writing was a little bit sloppy. A little bit too cliche. Sure. A little bit like... There was a bunch of things he wanted to put into the movie, but did not quite know how to incorporate them seamlessly.
Yeah. So it all gelled.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot. The writing is the big issue, I think.
Yeah.
Directing, all right. Acting,
it's not bad. It's good.
No,
it's fine.
Bad.
It's
just
good.
It's fine. It's
nothing spectacular, but it's good.
It's just, I think I expected more.
Yeah, which is weird because he has never made a movie before. This is his first movie. He's done short films before. I've seen one of them, which were like, they were competently made, but not super interesting because it's like 5 minutes. But, sure. I mean, he's never made a full-length feature, especially on a level like this. So, I don't know.
No, but I still, like, the way, the bits I've heard of him talking about it, and considering that he is a movie reviewer, from the start,
yeah,
so to speak, like, he knows what he wants in a movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just assumed he'd nail it in the first try.
I mean, it's one thing to know in theory and to actually execute in practice.
Of course. I just assumed, and I expected him to have, I don't know, magically know exactly what to do and manage to do it.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
That's just what I thought. I think, but overall, like, yeah, sure, it scared me a few times. Some of the jump scares got me. It was a bit repetitive, and I was like, I know it's gonna be a jump scare in any moment now, but I'm still gonna get jumpy.
Yeah.
I can't help that. That always happens in a bad or a good movie. But I don't know. Overall, just the story didn't captivate me. The characters didn't captivate me. Yeah, it's not my favorite movie this year.
Wow. Harsh criticism.
I guess.
I like it.
But what did you think of it?
Well, I thought it was okay. Maybe it sounded like I was running defense for him here, but I have no allegiance to Chris Stuckman. But I'll say for a first feature, that's pretty good. I mean, it's fun. Yeah. I think, like you said though, that the technical bits are much better than the dramatic bits, if you will. Like the writing is the big problem. The writing is a huge problem.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned in my you can read my Letterboxd review. Just look up Zeus Ex Machina on Letterboxd. That the cinematography was great. I'd say it's up there with some of the best cinematography this year, I would say. Just the way they used light, and all the like subtle movements of the camera, I loved it.
In some scenes, yes, but there are some that just didn't.
I mean, all the parts that were
shrouded in darkness.
A drama, not the mockumentary bits, which we'll get to.
Sure, of course.
All the parts that are actually a movie, were great. I mean, this was the scenes in the prison, which are sometimes pitch black. Was like some of the best, modern. Oh, we got HDR and digital footage, so we don't need to light our scenes shots. Because you could actually, it actually felt super dark, but you could still see her face. I was like, hey, that's what it's supposed to look like. Not like fucking like Han Solo, where everything is just murky.
No, yeah, that's
stuff like that. But that's it, really. Yeah, the acting is fine. The main lady, Mia, what's her name? Camille Sullivan. I know that was like a dream casting for him because he had seen her in something and really wanted to catch this. So that's good, but she was okay.
She's an award-winning Canadian actress.
Yeah, I know. Same thing with Sarah Dern. She was fine.
Why do I recognize Sarah Dern's name but not her face?
I don't know. And then
weird.
I was really, because I just recently heard that Brennan Sexton III was going to be in the movie, and I was like, oh yeah, because I like him. I haven't seen him in a lot, but the times I've seen him, I really like him. But he's barely in the movies. I was a little disappointed there. But then yeah, like we said, the big problem is the writing.
Yes.
So, just to kind of, how long have we been going on? 10 minutes of shit.
Yeah, we were quick this time.
But yeah, honestly, to wrap up the non-spoiler segment, honestly, like, I have to be a little biased since we are on YouTube, and I'm a big YouTube consumer. I'd say, you know what, go and see this. It's not terrible. And also, you know, if you want to support independent horror movies, like, this is the kind of stuff you can watch. We talked about that several times earlier this year with other YouTube movies like Bring Her Back. So yeah, it doesn't hold up all the way. It falls right on the finish line, or, you know, I guess a mile before the finish line, but still.
Yeah. Like, I understand what he was trying to do. It just,
I don't know if I do that though. What do you mean? What was he trying to do? Honestly,
at least what I think he was trying to do.
I know, because that's the kind of thing you say. But now, when I actually think about it, like, what was he trying to do? What was the point of this movie?
Well, the point, I don't know. I'm not sure if there was a point, but the story he wanted to tell was, at least as I saw it, similar to, I guess, Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah, there's definitely some Rosemary's Baby in there.
Yeah, but then. Yeah, he wanted to throw in some other stuff because it's spooky, and that's where it kind of, you know, took too many detours and kind of got too many plot lines and too many things thrown in at it, and it lost the plot a little bit.
Yeah, there is this, like, there's a lot of, like, it's front-loaded with exposition, which makes it feel like it's going to be plot-heavy, like a lot's going to go on. So it's going to be this long, intricate plot of finding out what happened to Riley Brennan. So maybe we will, you know, the story, the characters will be on the back burner a little bit. But then, like, halfway through the movie, we realize, like, the plot isn't really going anywhere. And they haven't focused on the characters either. So there's very little plot, very little story. If I would try to spin it in a positive way, it's more of a mood piece. Like, it's vibes a little bit.
Sure, yeah.
But I don't think that's what he was going for. Yeah. So it's but like I said, I think he handled directing well enough. I would like to see him direct something else, but he should direct someone else's script.
Yes.
That's what I think.
I just realized that the co-writer is his wife, so that didn't help.
That's
I think you need an outside person kind of force to come in to just be a bit more critical. Even though I'm not saying that his wife is a fucking...
No, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if she works as a writer. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. But I have a feeling she might have sugarcoated things.
A little bit, maybe. Or I mean...
Been a little bit too nice.
It could also be that someone who's that close to you could be the harshest critic, but usually not.
Yeah. I mean, they're usually harsh, but not like that.
Yeah. You need someone to say, no, let's do this instead.
That's too much. Cut that.
Yeah.
So
just to wrap this up then, would you recommend it?
In solidarity, yes, but I'm not going to say you're going to enjoy it.
Okay, yeah. I guess I'll kind of say the same
obviously, thing. Obviously, any YouTuber that is a good YouTuber, like, do not go watch fucking Shane Dawson movies, fuck him. But a YouTuber who is mostly non-controversial, because that's hard to find a non-controversial YouTuber these days. If they make a movie, if they go through the efforts to actually make a full-length proper feature, go watch it, of course.
Yeah.
We're champions of independent movies. We're champions of people getting to make their own movies.
Yeah.
I can't, like, with good conscience say, nah, skip this one. No, that's too much. But, fair warning, it might not be the best movie you've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm somewhere the same. Like, yeah.
Hell, maybe going in not expecting too much, you'll get pleasantly surprised. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I think I had too high expectations for this movie to make sense.
Yeah.
The way it was.
So, since the script is the big problem, we're gonna discuss. Yeah, we're gonna discuss the plot. We're gonna discuss the story. So there's obviously going to be a lot of spoilers. However, there's not really much to spoil. I mean, obviously there's the big ending, the big end spoiling.
Sure, and we'll get to that as well, unfortunately.
Yeah. So I'll say, like, honestly, if you're not super hyped about this and you just want to know what it's about, don't pause the video. Don't go and watch it. Just keep watching. Click like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But if you're really interested in watching the movie after our kind of vague endorsement, then pause the video, go watch it, then come back and finish the video, upvote, comment, all that stuff. Anyway, so from here on out, spoilers. Yeah, I don't know. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
You have been warned. Spoilers. Now, when Riley dies, yes, I can do it again.
Yes.
No, I don't want to start with that though. Although I'll say, instead of that being a like, oh my god, terrifying, horrifying scene, it just made me laugh.
Yeah,
like, she kind of flew out a window, and then a bunch of dogs came and ate her. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Ugh. So, the plot.
Yes, the plot.
I mentioned this before, or do you want to start?
I mean, I had to, like, I googled Shelby Oaks demon because I had to find out what the fuck the demon was called. They put a name on it, and I completely blanked on it. Yeah, no. I just blanked on it. The funny thing is, when you do that, you get an AI overview.
Uh-huh.
It mentions that the movie's plot follows Mia's search for her sister, which leads her to believe the childhood demon may be real. The childhood demon, named Tario, that is initially believed to be an imaginary friend of the main character Mia and her missing sister Riley. Okay. But the investigation reveals to be a real demon that sought to possess a human child.
No.
That's the plot, I suppose. The demon Tario wants to possess a child, and Mia and Riley are just vessels to get that going.
But I also think that it's kind of a Exorcist believer. God played a trick on you, because I think all the time the demon was actually after Mia and not Riley.
Yes, it just used Riley to get Mia there.
Very roundabout way of doing it. That took 12 years. But it's just
12 years.
Couldn't you just grab her? You know.
It might also be the fact that we get this little random tidbit that Mia and her husband never had a child. It never worked, and once Riley disappeared, they never got to continue because it felt wrong.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Mia could never have a child, and the demon needed Riley to have the child for Mia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
But it's
convoluted.
Not said.
Yeah. No, but that makes sense, I suppose. But
they're just hinting at her not being able to have a child.
Yeah.
They're not actually saying, oh, well, I just couldn't. Because trying for a couple of years and not managing is not you can't, it's just it didn't happen yet.
But why did it need Mia? If Riley gave the demon the baby,
because he needs a protector for the baby.
Oh, and the old lady couldn't do that?
No, apparently not.
Or Riley? Well, Riley wanted to kill it. But then that's also because the guy who comes and shoots himself in the head on her porch and gives her the tape, that's the Wilson guy.
Yeah.
Well, he says, she finally let me go. What does that mean? The mother.
Yeah.
So he was never really a bad guy. He was just under a spell from his mom. He was
possessed by the demon and then entrapped by his mother, who was also possessed by the demon.
So why did she let him go?
Because they finally had a child that Riley didn't have time to kill.
Oh. And they needed
because I'm assuming all the failed babies were... no, because he was just too dumb or something, I don't know. But maybe the demon had settled for Mia in the beginning, in the first time when he met her.
He's picky?
Yeah! Demons demons are weird that way. See, I don't know. This is the part of the story that just doesn't really make sense.
No, there's a lot of it's a lot of like convenient things to make a cool movie. Like, oh my god, a guy. I mean, that shot is awesome. When you see him shoot himself in the head, first you see it from like the documentary camera, and then they cut, and you see it that slow motion shot from that was the thing in the trailer that made me go, whoa, I gotta go see this, because that shot is awesome. Yeah. It's like slowly panning or dollying in on her while his body and the blood shooting out of his head, his body falling out of frame, her just going, ah! And you see, I love that. There's so much like depth in the picture because you see the documentarians in the background like, what the fuck? That was that great composition.
The camera guy practically falls over in the back. Yeah.
And like excuse me. That's what I mean. Like, it's really, really beautifully shot that way most of the time.
Yeah.
But that's just like, yeah, that's a cool shot, but it doesn't make sense. Like,
no.
Couldn't they just grab literally anyone else to raise the baby? Or, they need someone who actually cares about the baby. I suppose.
And I guess the demon saw something in Mia that made him believe that, she will care for my baby even if it's a demon child.
No. Like, and Riley won't.
No, but I don't know. And Mia can't get pregnant, so I guess we'll take her sister to get pregnant.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. He wanted the whole mystery of Shelby Oaks, of where is Riley.
Mm. And he wanted the sister to be obsessed with finding her, of course.
Yes, but then he also wanted a demon child to be conceived. And a weird, like, Nordic cult, or whatever they called it.
Yeah. The winds of the Nordic, or whatever.
Yeah.
Almighty Tarion.
Yeah. And then he also threw in that he wanted, like, you need a spooky place, so an old abandoned prison.
Yeah.
And then, old lady in the woods to be worshipping this weird demon.
Yeah.
And then you have, like, but they should, like, film stuff and be, like, YouTubers because I'm a YouTuber.
And it's kind of Blair Witch. I know he loves Blair Witch.
Kind of Blair Witchy, so, yeah.
And I don't know.
Then, like, I want hellhounds for some reason.
Omen, that's from Omen. They have hellhounds in Omen.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen it, and I probably wouldn't have caught it, because I'm not that big of a fan of the movie. But a lot of people mentioned the Lake Mungo as an inspiration, which is a mockumentary about a ghost girl.
I recognize the name, but I've
probably mentioned it before. A lot of people say, "Oh my god, it's actually the scariest movie ever." Like, genuinely gave me chills. I think it's so.
Why do I feel like there's a dog on that poster?
No, it's not. It's a.
No, I'm thinking of something else. Though.
Yeah. I honestly think it's such a boring movie, but that's hot take. Lake Mungo's fucking boring, and the big twist is dumb. But that's a discussion for another day. But I know he likes it as well, so I can see, obviously, that's an inspiration as well. Yeah, so there's a lot of, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking inspiration. That's how you make make good art.
Taking inspiration still needs to be, like, concise. You can't take certain things from certain media and just throw it into your plot or your story.
Or at least not be that obvious about it.
Unless but even if it's obvious, but you still have to, like, you need to weave it into the storyline to make it make sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, the dogs didn't serve a purpose except for being scary.
Yeah.
The fact that they were YouTubers barely made any sense, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, and I gotta say, to make her disappear in 2008, like, being a YouTuber sensation in 2008 to the point where so many people would care, like, no.
No. At least make it, like, 2016 or something.
Yeah. 2012. Yeah. But also, wait. They said she was gone for 12 years. That wasn't 2008. 2008 is almost 20 years ago. Or
we don't know when this takes place.
But they never say a number, so then people will assume it's 2025.
No, because they say that she disappeared in 2008, and then 12 years later. So we're not in 2025.
But why not?
I don't know. Because that's when he wrote it, and he didn't change the years.
Oh my
I suppose.
god!
Because he's probably been writing this for a while. I'm assuming.
Yes, because I'm pretty sure I might be just misremembering the dates, but I'm pretty sure I've heard him talk about, I got this idea for a movie like 5 years ago. Shelby Oaks. It doesn't say. I guess I have to use ChatGPT. Edit. 25 minutes in. Couldn't find a definitive year in which the events of Shelby Oaks takes place. What is clear, the film opens with the disappearance of Shelby. Then 12 years later, the sister Mia investigates Riley's disappearance. So you can infer that part of the film is set roughly a decade after the initial disappearance, but the exact calendar year isn't clearly stated in the sources I checked. Yeah, okay. But yeah, so all we have to go after is 12 years later. So 2020?
Yeah, yes.
Somewhere around 2020? Why? He thought it was too long to ever be gone for 17 years?
Maybe.
Okay.
I think 12 years was too long, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
5 years would have been better.
Yeah.
It has a better ring to it.
But it's also this, like, after a year, after 2 years, maybe even after 5 years, you still have a hope that you would find her. But after 12 years, like, you're not going to find her.
Isn't it, like, I feel like when 5 years, that's usually when people start giving up, but there's always that one person who still believes.
Yeah.
12 years is too long.
Yeah, it's too long. But hey, I mean, people have been found her for that long.
True, I guess.
I guess some of the Fritzl babies were like 20 years down there or something.
True.
So, yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. So there's a lot of like, oh, I want this in my movie.
Yeah.
But he doesn't really incorporate it well enough into the movie for it all to really gel. Like the whole thing with the whole prison was rotting from the inside and everything was worse whenever he was there. It was like he was like giving off this evil aura. He's just a guy being possessed. Like,
yeah,
they made it sound like he was the demon.
Exactly.
But he wasn't.
No.
And I guess it's supposed to be like a red herring thing, like, oh, we're gonna think he's evil, but no, he's actually just being controlled by something else. But they really put a big emphasis on the prison and her going over there and finding out things, and not really finding out much other than, oh, this guy was obsessed with Riley. I guess. Yeah. You know what? Maybe he didn't direct it too well then, because obviously that's the point of those scenes, to show that he had been obsessing over Riley for so long. But I didn't even like that. There was no like, oh my god moment. No. And you know why?
No, the directing you liked were the visuals.
I think maybe it's more just the cinematography. Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, Mia never reacted whenever she found something out. She wasn't like, oh, to kind of signal that this is important for the audience. It was just...
Except for when she played the
album.
tape.
Oh, the tape, of course, and then the photo album
in the beginning, and then the photo album in the end.
But whenever she found
that's when she's literally told, basically, like, this person... That's what she's like.
Yeah, all the symbols and all the writing on the wall.
Made no sense to her.
She was just like... Okay.
It wasn't even
she
like
just looked at it like, yes. Yeah,
it was never, I've seen this in Riley's dream sketch journal thingy.
Yeah.
Not even that.
Yeah.
Even though they mentioned that journal as if it would be a hint to things that she might recognize or remember.
Yeah. But she didn't see any of that in the cell, though. What do you mean?
No, but it should have been. That should have been a picture that Riley had written.
But she did do connections between what she saw on the tape and what she saw in her sketchbook. I'm talking specifically about the prison revelations that...
Yeah, the prison had nothing to do with anything.
Well, it had. That's the thing. It had. They just forgot to make it feel important. Because it showed that Miles had been obsessing over... first of all,
Riley and Mia.
Yeah, Riley and Mia, and also like the connection to the amusement park, because they used to visit there a lot during the years he was in prison.
True.
Because the nightmare or night terror started whenever he was in prison, because he could the demon could remote view or whatever through that, and him standing there so long that there were marks in the ground, and him writing Almighty Tyrion on the wall and the symbols everywhere. It should have been a dun 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 dun, but it was just her yes.
Didn't Riley's night terror stop when he went to prison?
Didn't they start then when she was 13?
No, they stopped.
Why would they?
Because he was stuck in prison. He couldn't stand outside her window and scare her.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I don't know.
Because Tyrion was also stuck in prison when he was in prison for some reason.
What?
Even though he's an almighty demon.
No. Because she was 13 in 2002. So she was... And then 5 years later, she would have been 18 when she disappeared, when she was making the show. Or 19 in 2008.
But Riley, Mia's husband said, but she grew out of it when she stopped having them when she was 13. Because she grew out of it.
Okay.
And then, mysteriously, they started again when she started making these YouTube videos.
Oh, right. Sorry. Okay, that makes sense.
When she turned 18. When she wrote the song, Mia, Come Save Me.
Oh, yeah. Why was that in there?
I don't know.
Okay, so we talk... Okay, why... It's all... Now we're really breaking
Now it's falling
down.
apart.
It's falling apart. Because, why would he wait so many years then? Because she had night terrors all throughout her childhood, up until she was 13. Okay, then he was thrown in prison, sure. Why didn't he just grab her before that? Before he went to prison? Why didn't the demon just continue without him? Yeah, or go possess someone else. Because it needed the mom who was praising him. He needed her power, maybe, or something.
Something, yeah. It's she's the only one who believes enough to make him real.
Yeah.
I don't know. That too, the demon itself is kind of confusing because they call it in succubus in some texts. Incubus, I mean. Which isn't that...
Succubus is the thing that sucks your soul by having sex with you when you're asleep.
Incubus, isn't that a female vampire or
No,
something?
succubus is the female vampire. That's the one that eats your soul by fucking you when you're asleep or whatever.
Oh.
Succubus is a supernatural entity or demon that manifests itself as a beautiful woman. This mythical creature appears in men's dreams and seducing them into performing sexual acts.
Yeah.
While the incubus is a band,
it's the male version of that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
A male demon that seeks to have sexual intercourse with sleeping women. Okay. Yeah. So it's the same, yeah.
Yeah, sure. But if the demon is we don't know what the demon is and what it wants and why it wants them. Yes, but why does it want a human, a half demon, half human child to rule the world, or where are we going with this?
Honestly, there you can just that's the thing where this is way too plot heavy, and it should have been character driven, because it's just like in The Exorcist. Why does the demon take over little whatever her name is in that movie? Because demons are assholes.
Regan,
yeah. They just wanna prey on weak people.
Sure. But then they wouldn't want to have a child with the people. They would just want to hurt them.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
As soon as a demon starts but I need an offspring, that's where it gets a little bit too much.
It needs a young soul to possess whatever. Yeah. That's when it becomes, you know what it starts reminding me of? It becomes too nerdy. It's starting to feel you have a Bagul problem, you have a Tyrion problem, and I think that is, like I said, that's the big problem with the writing, because he he obviously wants to make a super like of course, most people want to, but I'm not. He wants to make a serious movie, like a really like proper like adult horror movie, a la Hereditary or something like that.
Yes,
Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah.
But he is too stuck in. I kind of wish that this would have been in the non-spoiler part, but whatever. But I think he's too stuck in the fan fiction lore writing. Like, but I gotta come up with a super weird plot because the demon needs this and this and this and the mystery. What is the mystery about? No, the mystery should have been like it should have been interpersonal. Like why I mean obviously a sister would be obsessed with finding her missing sister, but like
what does it represent?
Yeah, exactly. And like what is not having a baby doing to the relationship between Mia and her husband, Robert, or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Like, we barely see them interact.
Finding Riley should have represented Mia not being able to have a child and wanting to have her baby sister to take care of or something.
Yeah. Like and I guess you could say like
kind of was, I guess.
Yeah.
But then it got muddled when wait, there's an actual child.
Yeah. Or her like trying to like neglect her like she like he said like when he says where have the years gone, and then he leans in and says you need help because like you're obviously trying to like deflect from the pain of not having a baby by I have to find my sister. Like they needed to expand on that. They needed to expand on the characters. Because, sure, a plot can be interesting, like a James Bond movie. I don't really care about James Bond as a character, other than him being like
no.
a smarmy, charmy asshole. I mean, that's it. But I care about, like, how is the bad guy gonna get the plans to the nuclear bomb, But in a movie like this, especially when it starts with a personal drama, like I want strong characters. I want like dramatic reveals about their past or whatever. Not like her going on a scavenger hunt to figure out who the Dementarian is. But that's what every fucking flyover cow likes. Like that's why they like to read r/no sleep. Have you ever read any of those stories? It's all world building. It's all lore. The main character usually never even has a name. It's because it's all written from like a first person perspective, very like old Lovecraftian style.
Sure.
And it's like, ooh, I found out the ancient ideas of this, and there was a bird tapping on my window, and it had human eyes. Yes, but who are you? That's what interests me.
Yeah. And also, like, if you're writing horror, shrouded in darkness, you don't need to explain everything.
Yeah.
The fear of the unknown is still the greatest fear. If you stop explaining things, it's more unnerving, because you're like, but wait, what was that actually? Was it... Hell, they should never have shown the fucking demon, in my opinion. It should have just been, what did she see? And then, maybe was that creepy dude just watching him through the window? But he was in the second floor. I don't know. Yeah. That's the mystery.
I thought they did a pretty good job, though, with hiding the demon, because we never really see the whole thing, and we usually see him in the darkness. I think that was good enough, but I see what you mean. Yeah, and a perfect example, I mentioned Hereditary before. Like, that ending, if you just, like, watch it without thinking about it, like, makes no sense. His mom kills himself, and then tries to kill him, so he jumps out a window and dies, and then the spirit of his little sister, which might be the spirit of his grandma, goes into him, and the body of his mom floats up into the treehouse, where he goes up, and there are a bunch of naked old people praying over an altar, and he just stands in the middle while they put a paper crown on his head, and you're just like, what? And it's weird, and you're like, oh, wow. But if you explain what's actually going on, it is almost as silly as this.
Sure.
Because what it is, it's a cult they need a vessel for their demon king Paimon to be made flesh in our world, they need a male vessel who is born from one of them. Obviously, the grandma was part of the cult. The grandma had a daughter and a son, but the son quickly killed himself in his early 20s.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Talks about my brother hung himself in the basement. Yeah, because it's barely mentioned. And then the mom had a male baby, but she was very, the grandma was a little too let me hold him. So she was very protective. Also, it was her first kid. So when she had her second child, turned out to be a little girl, grandma was like, good enough. And really because they talk about grandma used to baby you and she took care of you almost more than I did. She was always around, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to put Paimon in there. And that's why, and Paimon is in her. That's why, Charlie, whatever her name is so weird. Charlie. That's why she's weird. She likes to cut off the heads of dead birds, and she paints weird pictures. And no offense, because that's a real physical thing, but that's why she looks kind of weird.
Sure.
Obviously, that's why he picked her. Come on.
Yeah. He wanted a striking face.
Yeah, there's something has happened.
Less
to this
positive
child.
way.
Yeah, exactly. But then they still need that male body. They can't. It doesn't work in the female body. So they try and finally they have their opportunity, because everyone is very. First of all, the mom is spiritually weak after her mom dies. That's all kicks all this all off, and then that of course makes them all vulnerable to get rid of the girl child. So they kill her, which makes everyone weak enough for them to finally. And because the rest of the movie is just the spirit slowly making its way into the teenage boy, the kid, the son, yeah. And we don't think about it because, I mean, there's little things, when the glass moves and he sees the little going through the school and all that. But we are focused on the family drama going on, where
the characters.
Yeah, where the mom kind of wants to blame her firstborn son for killing her daughter. But it's not. Yeah. But that's not really fair, because he was kind of lured into doing it. Because he swerves because there's things in the road, and it was set up by the demons. They're breaking the family apart in order to get to him.
On first watch, I don't think I realized that that's what happened.
No.
Because now when you're saying it, I'm like, yeah, of course. That makes total sense.
Yeah, because you're wrapped up in the drama and you react.
Yeah, you're so focused on the family and them as characters and what's happening with them specifically, not the whole thing around them.
Yeah. Now, is it fair to judge or to compare Shelby Oaks to Hereditary? No, not really. No. But,
however,
I mean, Ari Aster was a pretty. I think Hereditary was his first feature-length movie. He had made a bunch of really good shorts before that, especially the strange thing about the Johnsons or whatever it's called, which is so fucking disgusting. But anyway, and the Beau is Afraid original short is pretty good. So
as a director, you mean, right?
As a director, yeah. Is it his first full-length feature?
Yeah, that's his first full-length film.
So, I mean...
Also, like we mentioned, there's another YouTuber that made two movies now that are amazing.
Yeah. What, was it Raka Raka?
Raka Raka, yeah.
Or Raka Twins? Whatever, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, which... And... Oh, sorry, did I...
Again, they didn't make full-length movies before Talk to Me.
No.
That was their first movie.
I have to say, though, their entire channel was just making, short films and, scenes out of movies. So they really had a grasp on directing and camera work and stuff like that.
Sure.
But, yeah.
But if that's what you want, if you want to make a movie, isn't that where you start?
Yeah. And Chris Stuckman, like I said, he did a couple of shorts. He did.
Yeah.
A few years ago.
So, I mean, I have a hard time saying that he's a YouTuber is an excuse.
No, I'm not trying to excuse it. I'm not excusing it. I'm just saying he is. yeah, I thought he was a decent director, and I'm thinking about, I would say he's an okay director.
I think he, like we said before, maybe he could direct someone else's script, or he should focus on one or the other, not do both, at least. Because you get very caught up in trying to show exactly what you saw in your head when you're writing down your script.
Yeah.
That's very hard to explain, even in words, and then trying to get it on camera, that's even harder.
Yeah.
It's like when you have a picture in your mind, you're trying to draw it, doesn't matter how good you are at drawing, it's not going to come out exactly the way you wanted it to, mostly.
No, yeah.
There's always going to be something that someone else is going to see in another way than you did.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I think one or the other, not both.
And then also, what was I going to say? I got kind of distracted because I pulled up the Raka Raka channel just to see, are they still making YouTube videos? And no, they have stopped.
No, they're busy.
I think their last proper YouTube video was 4 years ago. And then they stopped completely to make Talk to Me. Released a promo for that, like a behind the scenes thing, 2 years ago.
Right.
And then another... then it's Talk to Me. We were at the premiere, and they've done nothing since then. They worked on Bring Her Back after that.
Yeah, and they didn't make any promos for that on their channel.
Yeah. And Chris Stuckman is still very much and he said that in interviews, he still wanna make YouTube videos full time.
Sure.
Which is also why I think you think of him more as a YouTuber than these guys.
Yeah.
The Raka Raka twins, Danny and Michael Philippou, I should say.
Right.
I mean, they haven't even updated their banner. It's still an ad for Talk to Me instead of Bring Her Back. They abandoned their channel.
They dropped that completely.
Yeah. And I think also, and I also think that's why we kind of don't think of them as YouTubers.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I gotta say that I when I first saw Talk to Me, I hadn't watched them in a while, but I knew of them as YouTubers. That's why I recognized I know these guys. So I still knew them as YouTubers. But as soon as you saw that movie, you you instantly thought oh, they're not. Oh, you mean the filmmakers, Danny and Michael Philippou. You immediately stopped calling them YouTubers. Which is, and just, of course you can be both, but it's the same thing with Red Letter Media. They've made 3 full-length movies. They have acted or I guess voice acted in other full-length movies and shorts and stuff like that. But they've kept making YouTube videos, and that's their primary work. So I don't call them filmmakers, also because their movies are pretty bad.
Yes.
Although they're not more or less intentionally bad, but
See, also, though, the difference might be in the quality of the script and when you're trying to sell it. Because Talk to Me obviously had a very strong script.
Yes.
And when they sold the idea of it to any production company, they got probably the funding they wanted and needed. They got the help they wanted and needed. They could show, obviously, that they could make quality shots.
Yeah.
So they already had all of they got everything they needed to make a really good movie.
Yeah.
Chris Stuckman's script maybe wasn't as easy to sell and get producers for.
No,
because
he did.
The script is unfortunately not the best ever.
Yeah, and he, but I also, I don't know, that might be the first
crowdfunded as well, right?
Yes, and I don't know if he first tried to pitch the script to a proper studio, and then when it failed, he went the Kickstarter way, or if he started off immediately as a Kickstarter. I don't know. But that's also the thing, though. I think he used the fact that he is one of the biggest movie reviewers on YouTube.
Sure.
He was the first of that brand of movie YouTuber to hit 1 million subscribers a few years ago. So,
Yeah.
So I think he was I'm like maybe he wasn't ready to make a movie, but he knew like with the support I have from YouTube, I can crowdfund my movie. And he should have been like, but am I ready for it? Not sure.
Exactly.
Although I think he was also thinking, because I think he's 2 years older than me, or at least 1 year older than me. So he was like, I better make this happen now. Because, like, sure, there are people who, like, their careers take off in their 40s, but, like, you want to make it happen, like, before that. So
sure.
You want to make it happen, like, the perfect would be to make it happen 20s. In your, like, 20s, mid-20s, but, like...
Yeah.
If you're hitting your mid-30s,
realistically,
you're like, I should be getting my dream working now. So he did it. And
yes.
Good for him. I mean, he raised $600,000 on Kickstarter, and then he had a stretch goal of $1 million, which I think he hit.
Yeah, within a month or so.
Yeah, which is insane. So he had $1 million, and when the movie, from what I understand, was like. I think it was already finished, and Neon saw like a rough cut of it or something. They were like, we see some potential, and obviously they saw an already built-in audience because his subscribers. So they were like, here's another, I think he got another 500,000 or something to like add some additional shots, fix some of the CGI, which, Jesus Christ, there's very little CGI in the movie, but that one shot of her driving up to the prison, it was a PS2 cutscene.
Yeah, it just made me think of like an old Resident Evil game or something.
It was so bad.
Let's do this. It says like this in the trivia. When the campaign finished after 1 month, the total sum $1.390.845.
So roughly $1 million. Yeah.
Yeah, was pledged by over 14,000 supporters.
And I see that there. This movie, all of them are listed as associate producers. The list, not all of them, but a lot of them are. The list is so long, Jesus Christ.
About 8 months after Neon acquired the film, they set up 3 days worth of additional reshoots for over $1 million. Oh,
jeez. Okay.
After reading the original script and wanting to give Stuckman the opportunity to film particularly bloody scenes that they couldn't shoot with the initial budget.
Oh, okay.
They also brought in Brett W. Bachman to give the film a fresh and polished edit.
Ah.
Who is that?
An editor?
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who he is,
yeah,
but he's an editor.
Edited Companion, Pig, Mandy.
Whoa, okay. Okay, that's why it looks good.
Amongst other things.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So, the main issue still is, like we said, it's the script. It's too many parts not making a sum.
It's too focused on the mystery of what happened to Riley and later on, why is this demon trying to take Riley? When it should be focused on, why are you so obsessed with your sister?
By the way, I mentioned I didn't really finish my spiel about why I didn't like that the demon was shown. Because it looked like fucking deviant art Anubis sketches.
Okay. Yeah, it had a little bit of a like Buffy the Vampire Slayer vibe.
Yeah,
it looked better than that, but kind of
too sculpted, and then there was it looked a little bit too CGI.
Yeah,
in certain shots.
Yeah,
and then the face was kind of dog-like, which just annoyed me for some reason.
I thought of it as like a tree person because it looked like he had branches on his head. I don't know.
Yeah, but I thought I saw like a snoot and then like tree things instead of ears.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
And the demon dogs just look like German shepherds.
Yeah. There's some sort of mix, probably.
I don't know. I think the demon should have been more shrouded in darkness and less visible to make it, first of all, more scary. Because when she gets scared of the demon, and you don't, in the prison scene, in the good scene, when she's on her knees at the bed.
Yeah.
If we hadn't seen fucking Anubis in the corner, it would have been scary.
I didn't even see him there.
I even pointed to him. I was like, he's right there.
What? Ava?
In the dark corner where like
Ava?
the ashes or what's it called? The mold, the black mold.
Yeah.
Was going up all the way to the roof.
Yeah.
The demon stood there when she knelt by the bed.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Right before she flies out of the room. Because he's standing behind her breathing.
right after she flew out of the room, but she was
No,
kneeling...
right before,
Oh,
right before. Right after that, she flies out of the room and bounces into the railing.
Okay. Anyway, but then his arm comes out. I thought that was dumb that the dog just appeared out of nowhere. It was cartoon logic where he was just... Nothing exists outside of the frame, so he could just be there all of a sudden. That was dumb.
Yeah.
But like, I gotta say, the shot when she looks down into the basement and the demon stands behind the old lady, it was creepy.
Yeah, but that could have been the only time we saw it, because that's when, like, we know now.
Yeah. Okay.
Having seen the demon before, that kind of ruined it for me.
We're at almost an hour now, so we kind of wrap it up. Also, we're recording this in the middle of the night.
Yes.
Because we just saw the movie.
Yes, and we're kind of repeating ourselves as well, so...
Yeah. I want to ask, because, like we said, this is a YouTuber movie made by a movie reviewer YouTuber. We are movie review YouTubers, even though it's a podcast, but it's the same thing.
Sure.
In long form.
Yes.
So, we have, at least I'll say... There is some jealousy there, absolutely.
Of course.
I want to be totally open with that, although I saved it for an hour in. But still.
You do have a dream and always have had a dream.
I had a dream for so
movies.
many years to make a movie. I technically have made a movie, but it was terrible. And we made it when we were like 16, 17, so it's very bad. But still.
Yeah.
So bad that I'm not allowed to put it on my YouTube channel for one of the other directors.
Right.
But anyway, so there's a little bit of that, but I also think it is important to be very open about this movie, because I don't know if you heard that a few years ago, kind of when he started making this movie, he stopped reviewing movies he didn't like. If he didn't like a movie, he didn't talk about it. He wanted to champion good movies, and his argument was that, because I'm making my movie now, so I know how hard it is to make a movie. Therefore, I don't want to put anyone down when they've tried really hard to make a movie. And like, yeah, sure. But that doesn't mean you can't criticize people.
Exactly. We're not putting him down. We're just pointing out some flaws.
But also, I gotta say, like, he is following... I mean, say the last time you heard a director, anyone... say something negative about another director's movie. They don't, really, because it is kind of bad form.
No, because they rarely review other people's movies.
Yeah. And if they do, it's because they've been asked, and then they say, oh, even if it's a bad movie, like, oh, yeah, the main performance was great. And then they don't say anything else.
Like, in the trailer we saw before the movie, the Good Boy, or whatever it's called, where all the little blurbs were just, the best movie I've ever seen from Guillermo del Toro, or whatever it was. I don't remember. Because
of course, it's a wonderful movie. You don't want to say, like, this guy stinks, this movie was boring. Like, you don't do that.
No, and then, I mean, there are, I think, it doesn't, oh my god, what's his name? I'm blanking. Kill Bill director, what's his name?
Quentin Tarantino?
Doesn't he kind of do that sometimes?
He has been, yes.
He points out that I did not like this.
He has been, yes,
he's honest about that
critical
stuff.
about movies, and not just like 20 years ago, like pretty recently when he has been on interviews and stuff, he's talked about it. But he is, in general, he likes to talk about movies he likes, which,
of course.
Yes, of course, we do that too. It's just that we also want to talk about movies we don't like to, help you avoid bad movies.
Yes, and also, like, but even if it's not a bad movie, you're, like you said, it's good to criticize sometimes. You're allowed to criticize. Yeah. Now, Chris Stuckman is kind of caught between a rock and a hard place then, I guess. Mm-hmm. Because he has to choose. Does he want to be perceived as a filmmaker or as a YouTuber? Yeah. Because if he's gonna be a YouTuber, he needs to talk about the bad stuff too.
Yeah, he can't. If he wants to only talk, if he only wants to talk positively about movies, he can't be a guy reviewing a movie in front of a camera. Because those guys, like Jeremy Jones, like us, we talk about bad and good movies. If he only wants to do like, I want to talk about the great thing about this, he needs to become a video essayist. He needs to be like Jacob Geller or Thomas Flight or fucking H. Bomber guy, if you will. Although he does talk about bad things sometimes, but you know what I mean? Because then you can focus your energy on specific things that you like.
Exactly.
And not just like, well, I'll only review movies if they're good, So sometimes it'll be like 3 weeks between the videos. Like, nah. Although he does,
even though he
release
did,
more,
like,
he does release more videos than that.
Yeah.
But
he ends up doing old movies because he can't find a good new one to talk about.
Yeah. Okay.
Like he did the Butterfly Effect 3 days ago.
Oh yeah.
Dead Silence 4 days ago.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay.
The Birds 5 days ago. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, these are old ass movies.
Yeah.
The newest ones was Black Phone 2 and just the other day Frankenstein new one.
Yeah, he should.
Other than that, it's just a bunch of old movies, basically.
He should change format then and make like little video essays, I think.
Yeah.
If he wants to talk positively
instead
about
of his 5-minute review of this movie that I happen to like.
Yes. And that's also why I haven't really. I've always preferred stuff like Red Letter Media before Jeremy Johns or Chris Stuckman, because in 5 minutes, how much can you actually say about a movie?
You can give your opinion. That's it.
Yeah, and a little
that's
bit of like,
beginning.
Yeah, a little bit of criticism, but I want to know why. Why do you think the things you think about the movie? That's why we make an hour and a half long reviews.
Yes.
Okay, next thing, because we can't move on from this.
Before we wrap this up,
before we wrap this up, it's still connected to the whole YouTuber making movies and stuff.
Sure.
Because we talked about this a little bit. Like, do you think him being kind of a normie also hurt the movie or hurt the script? Like when I saw a video he made a while ago when the movie was about to come out in theaters in America. Like, please watch this video or something. And he talked about like how he grew up making little shorts with his friends. And there was that year, 2004, when he saw 3 movies that changed his life and made him want to make movies. And they were like Signs and something like not bad movies, but they were like mainstream movies. Because most filmmakers, like, they're movie nerds. They're like they like the weird French, new wave cinema and stuff like that. Then of course they
grew up watching Martyrs and like, yes, that's what I want to make.
It's a movie about religious zealotry and the non-existence of God. But it's also a gore fest where they murder a woman over 12 months.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think him being a bit of a nerd and a normie is a detriment to his ability as a filmmaker.
and like I said, yes, I am jealous, so that's why I'm putting him down a little bit.
I'm not.
If Chris is seeing this, sorry, I'm just this ideas I have in my head and I want to get them out.
I'm gonna be rude. I'm not. I don't want to make a movie. I might want to write something, but I don't want to make a movie. I don't think I could ever convey my head images on screen somehow.
Yeah.
Maybe in words, but not on screen. That won't translate.
And then I gotta ask then, just in the same way, because I would say, both you and I, at this point, you and me for a little longer, have a bit more of a niche taste, I would say. Me more than you, I suppose, but still, you can appreciate weird stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Especially when it comes to horror.
Yeah.
Oh.
You kind of just answered it, but do you think we could write a better script?
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Direct it? No.
Probably not. Maybe not. But
I truly believe this is gonna be like, I've never been this confident in my entire life. I definitely could write a better script than this. I'm sorry.
Shelby Oaks? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Very sorry.
But then I'm also thinking like,
though I have issues trying to like make it actually long form.
Yeah, but I mean,
write short form, but still.
If we work together, he had help.
Yeah.
But then also when I was just not pulling it out of my ass, but I haven't like sat down and thought about Hereditary in years because I haven't seen it in years. But I still had the entire like plot of it in my head, and I was like, if I was gonna sit down, like obviously I would think about like what was missing in Shelby Oaks. Where could I like add the stuff I like from something like Hereditary into the plot of Shelby Oaks and blah blah. Would I just sit down and too autistically think about details so never get anything written?
Possibly,
it would take me a year to write a page.
That's why you have a producer. Because they go in and say, scrap that shit. Going too far.
They say...
That's why you have an agent going, I need you to send in a finished script by this time.
Yeah.
That's why you have a co-writer going in and saying, what the fuck do you mean by this?
I've been using it a lot lately, but I just been thinking about it. They would go in and say, be normal! Write the script! Yeah.
That's why the writing on a time limit is actually surprisingly good for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it also means that you need to, like... Because usually it means that you need to, like, concise what you're trying to write about.
Yeah.
And you can't just throw in all the other stuff you want to do, because when you start doing that, you kind of go overboard, and you go too far, and you keep writing. That's why it takes 4 years for some people to finish something, because they're too into the details.
Yeah.
I listened to a video, I should have watched, but I just listened to it, about where someone was talking about J.R.R. Tolkien and how he started writing Silmarillion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep this short.
Yeah.
He revised that shit after he fucking published it.
I know.
Because he was so into details that when he started writing the next book, he was like, but I don't like that, so I'm gonna revise my old script.
Yeah.
Go back after 10 years and start over, basically. He did start over 3 times before he actually published.
Okay.
He went too far. Now, obviously, the Tolkien universe is fantastic.
Yeah.
But it is, if you look into it, way too much lore and world building.
Yeah, Silmarillion is
for
all
just
lore.
one story.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all of the Lord of the Rings things.
Yeah.
There's too much. If you just want to write a story about a hobbit, there's too much.
Yeah.
He made too much background shit for that.
He did start out that way, because Bilbo was I'm pretty sure that was the first thing he, wrote. The one.
He wrote a poem.
Yeah.
About Bilbo, I think.
Yeah.
And that poem turned into writing in language, turned into writing a fucking background story about the world was made.
Yeah.
And, the elves, and then another language. It got too far. So, yes. Being, that could be... There's rare moments when that shit works, which is J.R.R. Tolkien, basically.
Yeah.
And, I guess Discworld, maybe?
Yeah. Well, there is there is no world building. He just makes stuff up, and if it doesn't fit with the book before, it's because this world is always changing.
Yeah. See, that's almost better.
He has this hub world. The Ankh-Morpork is the main city of this world. There is no map over that city because he has never had
because if he makes a map, he limits himself.
Yeah, and there's never been any logic to how they're running down the street from the other book, but that's not. It's supposed to be on the other side of town. He's whatever.
Who cares?
They're running down the street. Yeah,
yeah.
Which I do
Doesn't
appreciate.
That almost make it better?
Yeah, almost. But I mean, world building has given us Lord of the Rings, the Dune books.
But
you know.
Can you? How many more can you list? Though?
Sure. Yeah, I am.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. There's few moments. There's the rare, what's the word?
Exceptions
to
yeah,
rules.
And you know, I'm a staunch anti-lore person, so
I like the lore when it comes to a certain point.
Yeah, and I do.
You need to have a little bit more or nothing.
Yeah,
kind of.
Yeah, and a
little bit more needs to be enough to not be lacking.
Yeah, and I do have my worlds that I do like, and I have collected all the comics and books and all that. Dead Space and Mass Effect are my 2 verses that I've nerded out about.
Yeah.
And my friend actually pointed that out the other day when I was talking about I hate world building, although I do like a couple. And he's like, yeah. That's what everyone else does as well. It's just that there's so many people that like different ones. So it's like, okay, I guess. So yeah.
But for a one-off movie like this, like Shelby Oaks, you need to rein it in.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't really talk about that, but like I said, the first 18 minutes was all 98% exposition to set up the story of how Riley Brennan disappeared. It's
which they also kind of repeated after a while. Yeah. Parts of it, at least.
We didn't need that.
Yeah, we've heard this now. We know this already. Why are you telling us again? Why are you telling us, not showing us again?
Yeah. And I'll land on this because it's easy. Literally should have been news footage of her disappearing.
Yeah.
And like a quick interview when Mia is being interviewed on like some talk show or something, like, I'm still looking for my sister, the cops won't look for her, but blah blah blah, you know, cut to something like that. It's over in 3 minutes, and that's what you play the credits over, the opening credits over.
Mm-hmm.
And then you spend the other 13, 14, 15 minutes you have left building up Mia and Robert, whatever his name was.
Her husband.
Yeah. Them
and their relationship.
Their relationship, yeah. And how her obsession over her sister has kind of ruined their marriage, and that's why they don't have a kid.
Yeah.
And he really wanted to, and that's why they're growing apart. And then at this moment, which could be part of the demon's plot to kind of break her down even more, she has kind of started to not forget, but like let Riley go.
Give up a little bit.
And that's when Wilson shows up, shoots himself in the head on her porch, and gives her the tape. And she's back in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See? Just like that, and we changed the first 20 minutes of the movie.
Without really doing anything.
Anything. And, in my opinion, made it a lot better.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like I said, kudos to you for even making it. Absolutely. I just don't think you got the thing you actually wanted to make. I'm curious to see if he's like, I want to hear him talk about it and see how happy is. I mean, he has to be happy with it to be able to release it.
Yeah.
But there might also be a point where the production companies that actually sponsored in the end went like, yeah, I don't care. You need to release it now.
Yeah. The only thing I mean, obviously he's talked about on his YouTube and all, how much he loves the movie. The closer you can get to a more like less
not selling the movie, just talking about it.
He has written about it. No, that's not that. He's really just writing about watching it for the first time at some sort of festival. Because on Letterboxd, he has a review of the movie. Well, not a review. But it says, Fantasia! I will forever remember this night. Thank you so much to everyone who came to see our film. Watching it with a passionate, enthusiastic crowd was one of the most surreal, out-of-body experiences of my life. I think he's happy with it.
Okay. Well, that's even better. Because as long as he's happy with it, then good for you.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Sorry. The review underneath his on Letterboxd says, Rosemary's Baby was a Blair Witch from Hereditary in Lake Mungo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because that's all the movies. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. All right. We're going to wrap it up there.
Yes.
Yes. Idea for 2026. Make
a movie?
Yeah, over the year we write something. Maybe it doesn't have to be a movie. Could be a book. Could be whatever.
You still have a challenge that you need to point up. This is kind of behind the scenes, but whatever. I challenged you, I think in the summer or something, to write something and post it on Patreon.
Yeah. I know.
You have till the end of the year. You have 2 months.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do it in 2 months. I'll say that.
Post something.
Yeah. But also
yes.
I have started a novel. It's in Swedish, but you can translate.
I can't fucking write in Swedish, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
My mind works in English.
which would be I think easier to write than what it is writing a pilot for a Mass Effect TV show. I'm just saying that's what Rebecca's done. But my movie or my book I've started is like a romance spy novel because it's supposed to be easy to sell.
Me excerpts.
Oh, I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I have two out of 12 chapters finished. I've started a little bit on the 3rd chapter.
See?
Maybe you could help me write that.
Maybe. Yeah. Or just post the first 2 on Patreon and see what people think. Even though we don't have that many patrons. Fuck it. Post it on AO3 or something.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
It's what's the other one called?
Instagram? Fanfiction?
No. The like websites where people post basically
Wattpad?
Fanfiction, like Wattpad,
okay.
basically.
I've never been to Wattpad. I don't know what that is. Anyway, we gotta wrap this up.
Yes. Overall, kudos to Chris Stuckman. Chris Stuckman for making this movie. Good on you. Unfortunately, it wasn't my favorite movie of the year, but
no.
Still, gold star for actually getting it out there.
B for effort.
yeah, kinda.
Yeah. So we'll see you next week with. We're gonna have to kind of catch up now. We're talking about Predator Badlands, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see what.
Not sure.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Hey, check out next week to see what we actually decided to talk about. Like we say so much.
Yeah, and if you're watching this already, or well, then you already are a member or a patron subscriber, because this is going to come up very early.
Yes.
Yeah, but if
you're seeing this on Saturday or after.
Yeah, if you're watching this on Saturday or later, yeah, you could watch most of these episodes in advance, because we usually record them a couple of days in advance, so we upload them in advance on Patreon and as a members exclusive video on YouTube, a timed exclusive. So,
and you also get an extra episode every week.
Exactly. You get the extra episode every week. On Patreon, there's literally hundreds of episodes. So check us out, patreon.com/don'tmakeascene, or click the members button on YouTube if you're there. It's down below. We'll be back next week, but until then, have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
The SpoilerCast is part of Please Don't Make a Scene. It is produced and directed by Tobias Vedén, hosted by Tobias and Rebecca Vedén. The executive producer is Annika Vedén. I also want to give a huge shout out to all our YouTube members and Patreon supporters. Laura Kinney, Mom and Mac, Christopher Billén, Danny Del Gaiso, Sika85, and Mom and Dad.